What if I told you one of the best communities in Central Florida and Volusia County isn't on the beach, but just minutes from it? This community is the Venetian Bay community located in New Smyrna Beach, Florida, and it is flying under the radar for most people. So today we want to break down why this master plan community could be one of the smartest places for you to move to. We're going to go over things like the self-contained amenities, the 18-hole championship golf course, the packed social calendar, and of course, housing options as well. So we're going to cover all of that for you if you're unfamiliar with the area. And if you are, we may cover some things that you haven't known or heard about yet. We're going to start out with the number one misconception about the Venetian Bay community of why it gets overlooked by most people when they're electing to move to the area. And that's because of its location. A lot of people, buyers, when they are looking at the map, they look at it and it looks too far inland and disconnected from being on the coast and the Atlantic Ocean. And I can tell you, as a lifelong resident here, when I look at the map, it does seem like it's pretty far out. But the truth in reality is it's really only about a 20-minute drive to actually having your toes in the sand in the Atlantic Ocean. And it could be a little bit less if you know the certain back roads to take and if it's not a holiday traffic weekend. But overall, it's a relatively quick, easy drive to get there to the beach. And really, that's what we hear most when we talk to people, especially moving from out of the area, whether it's from one part of Florida to another, or just from out of state, is that they are really wanting to be close to the beach and they just think Venetian Bay is too far away. So the pros to being out here is that you're not going to be paying beachside prices and you don't have to worry about the salt air as much, destroying all of your things that are outside. So like your vehicles, your AC units, your grills, and whatever else that you're going to leave outside. You have the big benefit of being more inland and you don't have as much risk with hurricanes and things like that. So huge pro on the benefit side of that. Also with the location here, you're really close to Interstate 95 and I-4 as well. So if you're having to drive to Orlando or make airport trips, it's going to be just over an hour for you to make it to the Orlando International Airport. If you have the luxury of being able to fly out of Daytona, again, you're about 20 minutes from Daytona. We are 4 hours north of Miami. We're pretty logistically sound here, and the Venetian Bay community, where it's located in New Smyrna right now, there's a lot of development going on out west of 95 and kind of filling in that gap from the east of 95. So we're seeing a lot more amenities, a lot more different restaurants, medical things are starting to happen as well. So I think that Venetian Bay is going to really kind of grow to be more of the heart of New Smyrna Beach as New Smyrna continues to expand westwards out towards I-4. Okay, so now that you know where Venetian Bay is located, let's talk about why I think it is really one of the most underrated communities in Central Florida, and that's its overall community feel. So Venetian Bay, unlike most major developments, does not have that big sprawly feel where you have to drive for miles and miles just to get anywhere. Venetian Bay was created and designed to feel like its own small town, and at the heart of any small town will be a town center, which Venetian Bay does have. So the town center is a small little town center, but it does have some shops. It has a restaurant dining option, has fitness center, and the Venetian Bay Spa, which is absolutely fantastic. If you ever get a chance to go there, you must. I will say though, make sure that if you are planning to go to the spa, that you book it out really far in advance. Sometimes they're booked out months in advance. You may get lucky and there may be a cancellation that day, but it is not one of those just walk-in places and you get your deal. So anyway, a lot of good stuff going on in the town center with that. You're also going to have pickleball throughout the community. You've got 20 miles of nature trails that helps keep the community connected. And this isn't including all the overall cart paths, bike paths, and just the sidewalks throughout. This is an incredibly active community that I feel like does a really good job of staying connected. There's always something going on here, from it being pickleball events to different events that are happening on the golf courses or in the town center itself. So Venetian Bay has done a good job of creating a convenient, connected lifestyle, in my opinion. So especially if you aren't familiar with the area at all, you're coming in from somewhere somewhere else, this would be a good spot for you to get started and get embedded in the community pretty quickly. Talking about community, if you are a subscriber or returning viewer, we really want to take the time to thank you. We appreciate you. And by the way, if you see us out and about in town, please come up and say hi. We love being able to have that conversation with you. It's always a fun moment and good interaction. If this is your first time in the channel, welcome. You've made it to the original Living in New Smyrna Beach YouTube channel. My name is Chris, and my business partner and I were lifelong residents to the New Smyrna, Volusia County area. We love helping people buy, sell, and invest. So let us know what we can do to help you. And kind of getting back to the Venetian Bay and the buying aspect of it, this is why a lot of people buy here. You just have absolute beautiful, picturesque neighborhoods and the golfing. If you look up Venetian Bay at all, it is going to be synonymous with golfing. You are going to see Venetian Bay golfing or golf course or some type of golf associated with the Venetian Bay golf course community. So let's talk about it for a little bit. This is a course that was built in 2008. It's an 18-hole championship course. You've got a full service bar and restaurant that's open for lunch and dinner. You've got your driving range. It is open to the public, but yes, there are memberships available as well. The biggest thing and one of the biggest questions we get asked, is it open year round? Yes, it is open year round for you avid full-time golfers, although it does get beastly hot. So you may just find yourself golfing less during the summer months or playing earlier or later to try to kind of beat the heat. Also, kind of big thing here with it too, there are PGA instructors as well. So if you are wanting to improve your golf game or just get into golf, you do have the amenities and the ability to hook up with some really great instructors here to get that golf game where it should be. So this is really probably the biggest reason we see a lot of people move to the Venetian Bay community. With that being said though, if you're not a golfer, don't feel like this community is not for you. Don't make that a big disqualifier, because that's what we see a lot too, or hear people like, I don't want to move to a golf club or a golf course community. And that's just a big perk that the Venetian Bay has to offer overall. I would not say that it's the only thing. Obviously, as we talked about the town center, you've got your pickleball, there's different pools throughout the entire community depending on which neighborhood you find yourself moving to. You've got the trails, and then overall just the location being so close to the beach, 20 minutes like we said. You're an hour or so to Orlando, 20 minutes to Daytona Beach. I just think it has a lot to offer for what it is, its location, and having its own little community within the community. So let's talk about houses for a little bit. Obviously, that's a pretty important part if you're planning on moving here. And what does that look like? So Venetian Bay is a master plan community, and within that, there are multiple neighborhoods that are within the entirety of the Venetian Bay community. So where you decide to land is going to depend overall what your HOA fees are going to be. You have your master fee, and then depending on what neighborhood it is that you're in will determine what that fee is as well. So it's gonna vary a lot. It's a big swing. If you want more details on what that exactly looks like, just reach out to us, let us know, and we'll give you all the information on the specific type of housing you are looking for. But overall, to give you kind of a big swing of what the housing market in the Venetian Bay community overall looks like, it's pretty big and diverse, meaning there is a lot of options for you to have. There's almost a price point for everybody. The lowest price point right now is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath townhome that is priced at $299, and the highest, most expensive, most luxurious home in the Venetian Bay community right now is going to be a 6-bedroom, 7 full bath home, and that's priced at $2.1 million. So Venetian Bay really truly does have something for everybody, from townhomes to single family homes and homes with pools, homes without pools. There are communities that do have pools within the Venetian Bay communities, and there are some that don't. So again, there's a lot Venetian Bay has to offer. So really do your research on this one. We've done another video on the Venetian Bay community. You can click up there and watch that one. That was filmed a couple years ago. So whatever home prices we talk about then in are obviously going to have changed. The homes not be on the market anymore either. So just kind of keep that in mind, but it will give you a little bit more information on the Venetian Bay community. Overall, this is a fantastic community. Lots of walking, lots of outdoor activities. Like I said, there's always something going on in the town center, from music and other events happening. You've got late night golf, the golf course with some different fun events going on with that as well. Pickleball, tennis. You are minutes from a lot of amenities outside the Venetian Bay community as well. And if you're still having to travel for work, you're pretty close to your commutes to getting to I-4 and the interstates as well, along with the airport. So a lot to offer, a lot of diversity here within the Venetian Bay community. I will say, if you are not an HOA person, like absolutely no way, no how, you're probably gonna have to pass on this community, because it is relatively strict on how they operate as a whole. Positive side to that though is the community always looks great. It's always kept up. So you just kind of have to, I guess, choose your battles with that one. Outside of that, let us know what you think. If you're looking to plan to move to the area, whether you're looking for an HOA community or you want to be on the beachside proper, let us know. We're happy to help you with your search. There's a lot of diversity throughout all of Volusia County on exactly what there is available. So we're happy to help you with that. Let us know what we can do. Thanks for being with us, and see you in next week's video.